Not every day is Friday. TGIF. Today is Wednesday. Cheers. Eventually it will be Friday and we'll be happy again. TGIF. But we have to get there. I was looking at my YouTube channel today and I realized I have different playlists, and one of them is called Newfound Vlogs, where I record random musings and whatnot. Um, I think in many ways I use this channel as a kind of like a therapeutical device. Every time I encounter a problem or I'm really happy, I turn on the camera and record things. Uh, it really serves a purpose. Sometimes I just look at myself making this video and I start, laughing and start feeling better about it, because it's almost as if this is this is happening to somebody else, but not to me. I detach myself from myself and from my own pain or happiness. Um, Today I'm dealing with what can I say? Maybe depression, maybe sadness, pain, whatever it is. I went to cardio rehab this morning. It's been almost a year since my heart surgery, and now we are doing this program to rehabilitate ourselves and to bring ourselves back to good shape. So we're walking, we're exercising, stretching, doing yoga, doing meditation, which is so difficult to me. When I meditate, I start crying immediately because I just go back in time, visiting different versions of myself. I remember myself as a child, struggling with my parents in my home. Then as a teenager, struggling with the war. Then as a young immigrant here in Canada. Then as a married man in South Korea. Then as a struggling musician back again here in Canada. And I realized, my goodness, I've been through so much struggle and through so much pain. I mean, this body has been through so much. Like I said, I had this heart surgery, I had a stroke, I had several other surgeries, difficult medical conditions, difficult procedures done upon me. I mean, visiting a dentist during the war in former Yugoslavia was hell. Hell, I can't even explain to you the traumatic experiences we had. But you survive and then you move on and you think everything is cool. The trauma kind of stays. It's called wear and tear. Give me just 1 second. Hey man, what's up? Yes, we are home. Okay, love you. Bye. Uh, One of the kids is coming back from school. They started, both of them are in high school now. Amazing. That happened too. I mean, I remember when they were born and just look at them now. Thanks God. Thanks universe. Thank you governments of the world for helping us. But there I was, this morning at this cardio clinic, walking around the field and exercising with a whole group of people who are going through the same, I guess, physical predicaments that I am going through. And most of them are older than me, and some of them are younger than me, and then you just kind of, you see yourself as this continue, as you realize that this body does have an expiration day, and then you become a little bit sensitive, you become a little bit sad. Oh my God, this handsomeness, will not always be like this. One day I will go away. All my talents, all my music, all my wonderful sense of humor will disappear with me. How will the world endure that? I don't think the world has a problem. The world will go on without me, and I learned that the hard way when I was in hospital last year for a month and a half. After a month and a half, pretty much everyone forgot about me. It's not true, of course. People thought of me, like even my kids, like at first few weeks they would come every day, and then a few times a week, and finally like once a week. Had I stayed longer, they'd be there like once a month, and that's basically how it goes. It's normal. It's completely normal. No blame upon anyone because I'm exactly the same. That's just the nature and the dynamics of the world and our relationships. But it's not the world that has a problem. It's me that has a problem. It's us individually that are trying to figure out how we can move on and why we should move on. I struggle, finding that purpose. Why bother? Why do anything? Why struggle so much? Why am I pushing myself to the limits every single day to play music, for example? I'm fighting this uphill battle like I'm in this beautiful province of Canada that is surrounded with, Irish musicians who play Irish music or English music, and there I am, trying to insert myself right amongst them and ask them to treat me equally, to give me chances, opportunities, because I'm a musician too and I want to go with them, play in Irish bars, in English bars, and play Bosnian music. And they have accepted me, which is the funny part. That they're okay, cool, man. We like what you do. It's great. I do a lot of course, Irish and English music, and I think like 80% of 90% of what I do is basically what they do. But here and there, I'll just throw in a few like original songs or songs in my language. Not to kind of stir up the boat or the water too much. Slowly, I'm trying to change things, and create an environment in which everyone is welcome, not just this or that kind of music. Variety is the spice of life, and we know that for sure. But you know what? It's really not easy. You just look back at yourself, and then, one day you're sitting there in this gym with a bunch of people that have gone through these surgeries that are basically struggling to get back to a normal life, whatever that is, realizing that they will never have a normal life again. Never gonna be able to run up the stairs. I never could really, run up the stairs and not lose my breath completely. I used to be able to run up and I would be like really tired. Now when I walk up the stairs, I'm like, oh my god, it's the end of the world. I need to camp out there for a couple of minutes. It's not that bad, I'm kidding, of course, and exaggerating, but that's the reality of our situation. Everything is changed. So you then start thinking about yourself, your life, how everything passes, how eventually you will go away, and it's not easy, and then you almost kind of want to end it yourself before you even end naturally, or whatever way you will end. It's that expectation, it's that thinking, that waiting for it that kills me. I think most of us struggle with that as well. And again, I will go back to this experience in hospital. For a month and a half, every day I would go through certain procedure. They would come in to take my blood or something like that. And let's say when they take your blood, it just takes a couple of seconds. The pain itself is just a couple of seconds. But me thinking the whole day, oh my God, they will come at 6 o'clock, take my blood. Oh my God, not again, not again. And that thinking created so much mental anguish to me that I suffered so much in my mind rather than in my body. Again, the procedure of taking blood takes a couple of seconds. The surgery that I had, which was an open heart surgery, I never felt a thing. I was under, sedatives. I slept through it. When I woke up, they gave me so many painkillers that I didn't feel anything. I mean, it was discomfort, but thinking about it killed me. Oh my God, I'm going in. They're gonna cut me with a knife. Oh. That created so many problems. Just thinking about things. In English they say stinking thinking. That's kind of what it is. I mean, if you were able to just focus on the moment, and you would be okay. But the problem is you always think of the future, think of the past, and you compare things, and it's impossible. I mean, and that's what the problem with meditation is, because you're supposed to kind of like just focus on the moment right now and don't think about anything. But like in that movie, everything, everywhere, all at once, that's basically how we are. And today we call that adult ADHD, attention deficit disorder. But that's pretty much what life is. I mean, that's all of our experiences are always there, always accessible, and our brain randomly brings things back in. I mean, these are the triggers, we call them. Something triggers you, you'll see an old person and you think, oh my God, one day I'll die too. A funny thing was that the person next to me, who was this older gentleman, was looking at his phone and he saw something funny there and started laughing, and I actually started laughing too. And I'm like, I was projecting on him that he would be sad and miserable, something like that. But the reality is that it nothing really exists the way we think it does. Still, however, you feel like it is Wednesday, and that's how I felt today. So I wanted to make this video, add it to my newfound vlogs, just to look at myself later on down the road and see how I was complaining about this or that. Same as when I look at the videos from like a year ago or 2 years ago, and I realize, oh my God, how much have I changed? Because change is the only constant, Again, the only thing that I really wanted to share was that story of Sisyphus, of this mythological creature, like, that person that pushes this stone up the hill, and for the rest of eternity his job is to push this huge stone up this hill. He cannot see the end of the hill, he cannot ever get there, he probably will be pushing that stone for his eternity. But at some point he says, my God, I'm tired. I'm tired of the stone, I'm tired of myself, I'm tired of the world, of looking at things, and I really want to take a break. Can we take a break? Do we know how to take a break? Do I know how to take a break? I don't know. Am I alone in this? Am I the only one pushing this stone up the hill? I don't think so. I think that we are all Sisyphus. We are all this atlas that holds the world, and if one of us takes a break, then the other one kind of has to step in. That's how I see the world, at least, as a very cooperative place. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break. I really need one from everything, pretty much. And just kind of be myself in the moment. And then I'll go back to pushing that stone. And if I can just push it a little bit up in during this lifetime, good. If I can't, maybe I'll just hold it where it is and just make sure it doesn't go further down. And if it goes further down, I'll try to catch it or warn others about it. So my dear Sisyphuses, enjoy yourselves. Joy is the key, whether you're pushing the stone or you're taking a break. It's okay to take a break too. Love you all. See you in the next vlog.